Hello everybody! Welcome to this episode of Hollow Knight Godmaster with yours truly, SlowWolf. Sorry for the long wait, but let's get moving. In this episode, let's go ahead and just quickly outline what we're going to be doing here today. We are currently in a place that we do not have a map for, called the Queen's Station. We are bordering the misty canyons to the west with all the jellyfish that it entails, and we have our friendly friends, the fungi to the right. I'll show you in just a second here. But the fungus lands to the right here are where we are headed next. Inside, we will find adventure. We will find daring. We will find loot. And that's the important thing. By the end of today, I'm hoping that we'll be able to actually get into the City of Tears. Fungal wastes. We're also going to get our first charm notch, which is an important achievement. Oh, I totally thought I was going to make that. I guess I was wrong. Before we go any further, let's just make sure we get this map here. Hello, Cornifer. How's it going, bud? Ah, my short friend. You've caught me at a perfect time. I'm just about finished charting these noxious caverns. Very territorial types make their homes within this area. I suggest avoiding them where possible. Further below, some strange thin creatures gave me quite a scare. They seemed an intelligent bunch. In my youth, I'd have braved their caves, but I fear my matured physique wouldn't be able to outrun them were they to turn violent. So yeah, definitely purchasing a map for 75 geo. It's a freaking steal. You have anything else you want to say about this place? There's a potent odor about these caverns, and far worse for me, I suspect. My trunk is quite sensitive, whereas you don't seem to possess a scent organ of any kind. Is it that you cannot smell at all? I have no idea, dude. It's unfortunate that you're smelling everything like that. But it's also good to know that it's a trunk. And I mean, they call it a trunk instead of a proboscis, but it's definitely a proboscis. You get the idea. He's certainly a butterfly-ish creature in some way, shape, or form. Or, ooh, he could be a moth, which should actually be significant as far as the lore of the game would be concerned. Anyway. Why can't I kill you? Excuse me, I'd like you to die. Thank you for the loot. So we're gonna head this way first, because we can't actually go the other way. I'll actually, no, here, let me show you why we can't go the other way quickly. It'll only take a matter of seconds to show you why we can't go the other way, but needless to say, it's impassable. So we can get past these purple things, that's not a problem. It takes a little while for newer players to kind of figure out that you can bounce off them, which is like, you know, really kind of cool. Eventually, people figure out that you can attack down and stuff, and that gives people the ability to experiment with bouncing off of the purple things, and then eventually they start trying to experiment off of all kinds of things, including spikes, like we saw earlier in the game. Whoa! Hey, buddy! Get out of here. Oh, right, they explode. So this way, we would need to have the ability to wall jump, and, excuse me, we don't have it, needless to say. And over here, there's a door. So we're not getting anywhere here. We have to go the other way. Up and around, as it were. And that's totally fine. Because being able to go up and around... Excuse me, thank you. Being able to go up and around is going to allow us to find a couple of neat pieces of loot, as well as a shortcut that I am anticipating showing you folks today. So we have to go this way. The other way is a little bit too high for us to manage on our own. Hey, friend. Okay, third strike should do the trick. Then he'll explode and do his thing. This guy can't attack up, so we're just going to pogo him into the dirt. There we go. Enjoy your nap. That is, your dirt nap. I just walked into the acid. I deserve that. Alright, let's go ahead and heal up. Oh, okay, so these guys are no fun at all. And that's largely because those bombs that they shoot out do 2 damage apiece, which is insanity, in case if you didn't realize that yet. The good news is, we have intelligence, and they do not. So if we take our time, we can just kill them this way. And you know what? It's worth it for me right now, because I'd like to work on getting their journal entry, if at all possible. And these ones don't tend to kill themselves very easily, which is a, you know, problem. That one we'll ignore, because hell that nonsense. Jump over here. See this mushroom man? I'm gonna knock him down there instead, apparently, and he's just gonna die for us. Thank you, I appreciate that. Give me the loot. Now, I remember this having like a floor right there where we just fell through a second time for whatever reason. I guess I was wrong. Anyway, go ahead and smash open this geode rock. Please give me the loot. Thank you. All the loot right now is a little important. Once we get later on in the game, money won't be important anymore. We'll be able to just kind of waste it. What up? Wow! These guys are kind of are really quite funny. Wow! You don't know how to explain. Like, they sound like something, but I can't quite put my mind on it. Not sure exactly what. They also added some residual voice lines for a lot of these monsters when they die, which is kind of neat and interesting. Sorry, funguses. I know that you don't like being killed. But I had to check if there's anything secret in here. Doesn't seem like it. Also, the ground is squishy. If you listen carefully. It sounds like it's squishy. It's weird. I don't think I remember having this much sound design the first time I went through this game. It's kind of impressive, actually. Okay, keep on going here. Knocking out these guys. Getting the soul, getting the loot. Again, the loot is important up until the moment where we get that Lumify lantern, and even past that point, it's going to be so nice for us to actually have money. You know, I'll definitely spend the spirit, soul, you know, magic juice right there in order to get what we need to get done. Which is to say, that open. Now we have that shortcut opened up, which is going to make things a little bit easier in case if we need to do a death run. A death run, you might be asking. Why on earth would I need to do that? Well, because our friends here... are an angry bunch. And they can hurt us if we're not careful. Good news is, I'm more careful than I gave myself credit for, apparently. Never mind, I'm not. I'm an idiot, moron man. Get blasted. There we go. We still have more than enough soul to heal up twice, too. And that'll be our first charm notch. So those two shroom ogres do at least one of them, I think, respawns every time you pass through here. So if you do want to get that journal entry upgraded to hear the hunters' primordial thoughts on the topic, yeah, you can absolutely do that. But all right, so here's step one as to why Geo is important. First off, this room has a bench, which is very nice. It's a very odd bench. It looks to be a bug with no legs. You might be asking, why does it have no legs, and who's that creepy bug there?
Don't try to sneak past me. I can smell you. Do you collect a lot of Geo? Give me Geo and you can see something nice.
Pay something to see something nice? Yeah, sure, absolutely. I like nice things. Nice things are, to quote the, everything, dope.
Let me show you them. Take a look. Do you want some? If you really, really want them, I'll trade them for more Geo. More Geo.
Alright, so this guy gives you 3 different fragile charms, including Fragile Heart, Fragile Greed, and Fragile Strength. These are all very helpful. I am going to go for Fragile Strength and Fragile Greed to start off with. Now, the great thing about these charms is that they are very effective, but the downside is that they break easily. So, if we're going to go ahead and equip them, now would be the time. I'm going to go ahead and, hopefully we just don't die in the process. It would... If we wanted to get money fast, we're going to go ahead and go for Thorns of Agony and the Fragile Greed. That will get us a lot of money very quickly, up until the moment where we die. We do have a Shaman Stone that we can use to upgrade things, now that we have our Charm Notches, which would be very handy. But, I would like to get some money boost, like about now, and see what we can do on our way back up through this shaft here. And by back up through the shaft, it's our first time down here. What am I talking about? Point is, this will help us get the loot we need to be able to progress in our power rankings a little bit faster. So now these guys should be giving us a little bit more. Whoa! He got me with that flamer attack big time. And if you're wondering what the heck that means, I've been playing too much Warhammer 40k, and so as a result, yeah, I've been playing a lot of Warhammer 40k. There's lots of flamer weapons in those games. Flamethrowers of various descriptions. So a weapon that is actually notoriously difficult to actually use, and/or thank you for dying. To actually use and/or do anything practical with. So yeah, that and it causes horrific, injuries. It's not a good weapon in real life. Just don't even joke about it. Flamethrowers are a terrible thing to give to anybody because, unless if it's for cooking, in which case it's a flambe torch, and then it's totally okay. Does that worry anybody that chefs are actually trained to use miniature versions of, like, weapons. They've got, like, really sharp swords, but they're small. And they've got, you know, flamethrowers, but they're also small. Alright, so you see how the ground is kind of doing that thing? That means that we need a ground pound to get through all that. Yeah, we're not getting through that right now. It's just not happening. But you might start recognizing where we are by the color of the level changing and the music as well. Welcome back to the Forgotten Crossroads, everybody. We've been here before. Remember when we knocked out those 3 geodes in the first episode? That was the thing. Oh my goodness, I thought that I could jump high enough to get through all that, but not today, apparently. And if you remember which room we're in by now... Yeah, do your thing. See if I care. Oof! If you remember which room we're in, right now we're in the same room with the bath in it. We are going to quickly cut through here. And I say quickly cut through here because I would like to go ahead and see if we can actually buy the charm notch from Salubra. I don't remember if we can. And that's, I mean, that bothers me. I would like to actually know that for sure. So, there we go. Now, you might be noticing every time we get hit, there's like this little AoE thing that is, like, surrounds us, and then it seems like the enemy takes damage. That's accurate. What we're doing is, since we have the Thorns charm, we are actually able to just do a little extra damage if we get hit. Which, admittedly, you don't want to get hit. It's not like your top priority by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, it's quite the opposite of what you want to be doing, usually. He's dead. Okay, or, I guess, technically speaking. But, I mean, it could be like a seahorse, you know, like a male seahorse is the one that gives birth, not the female ones. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Point is, if we can manage to get the, if we do get hit, we do damage an area around us. I think it's equal to your nail strength, so the stronger your nail gets, the better it gets as well, but I don't know for sure. Hey, friends. What up? And you. And he's also dead. Lovely. So we managed to get a decent amount of geo over the course of all that. Let's see if we can actually put that to use. Hello, Salubra. Yeah! That's right. Of course we can get that charm notch. Okay, so with that charm notch under our belts, that gives us the ability to equip another trinket. Or, hear me out here. We can unequip this one and equip a different one. Like Soul Catcher, for instance. Or Long Nail. Ooh, it's an option. It's an option. Keeps us safer. But Soul Catcher is definitely better. So now, right now, we've got a really good exploring charm setup, which is based around me just making a decent amount of money, as well as having more than enough soul to be able to take out everything else. And that's important to me. Again, we want to make sure that we have enough money that we can pick up the Lumifly Lantern pretty much by the time that we need it, which will be... woof. Which will be, like, not too long after all this is said and done. It won't take us long to get to that point. Aspids. You gotta be careful. Use cover whenever possible. Remember, they attack on a timer. It takes a couple of seconds for them to kind of get their honeybee spit all up in your grill. So it's fine if you take a second to just deal with that. Uh-oh. Oh, that was close. Dash across. Perfect. And just keep dashing. It's a little faster than walking, so it's worth doing. Boof. Boof. And this time we're not going to take care of the... Did you guys see that one mosquito just kind of fly across the screen? That was weird and creepy. I didn't like it. But yeah, let's try not to take too much time. Ow. Going across through here. And like, I mean, it's like only 1 or 2 bad guys. It's not the end of the world. We're going to get a lot more money off of going through the fungal waste. So, admittedly, the aspids are still worth it because these guys give, like, actually a lot of geo for the early game. Yeah, there we go. 8. It's not bad by any stretch. Oh, thank you. Virus threat notification for telling me that I am totally fine. I did not find any threats. Well, you know what? Now that you've told me that, Windows, everybody who watches these videos is going to be like, ooh, how do we hack SlowWolf's computer? That's never going to ever happen. Mind you, someone did go through the trouble of sticking a bot on the channel once a long time ago to, like, spam every video I had for, like, 3 weeks with 50 dislikes each. Despite the fact that the videos only got, like, maybe, you know, 12 views. So it had more dislikes than it had views, which is impossible, really. Which obviously was, you know, I guess touching in a way. It was frustrating at the time because I didn't understand, like, why would anyone want to do that? And then, you know, over time I matured. I gained a newfound respect for the people on the internet. And then I realized that people on the internet can be mean just because they want to be mean. And it's only mean if you value likes and dislikes a lot. Which, I mean, I now don't. I mean, it's not that I dislike likes. I like likes. Everybody likes likes. Likes are great. Except for likes. Likes are terrible. If you've ever played Zelda games, no one likes likes. Yeah, I'll just immediately blast you. That's fine by me. It makes things a lot easier if I just do that, huh? And that. But yeah, it was one of those things where I didn't understand. I was such a small-time, you know, YouTuber, and I still am, that, like, it just didn't make any sense to me. Like, why would you spend money doing that? Because it takes money to do that. Okay, so I took some damage there, but I didn't take 2 masks of damage, so I'm quite pleased with how that turned out, all things considered. Okay, you gotta jump over this for a second. We're gonna just move past that guy. We're not killing him. He's a little too hard. You hear that sound? I am ready. And you're friendly. Aha! The tiny steps of a tiny creature. You got the look of an adventurer, so we've much in common. Searching for dangerous places, aye. Well, you're on the right track. A long-necked critter warned me of a tribe deeper down. Warrior sorts, so she says, and I'm itching for some serious combat. So this is Cloth, everybody. This is a character made by one of the people that backed the Kickstarter, and she has her own storyline. She's a cicada with a cloth bag on her, with a cloth sack on her head. She's adorable. She also wields a gigantic tooth. Keep sharp, my adventurous friend. Stay alive, and let's meet again on the road ahead. I agree, Cloth. That sounds like a great plan. I'll make sure to do just that. Now, with that said, boingy. We can't quite make it from there, so we need a little bit more height before we do that. Dashed! There we go. Perfect. Now, I don't think we get more geo out of the geode nodes with Fragile Greed, but we definitely do out of enemies. So, still worth it. Bouncing across these little acid pits. Using the stick to look down all the time in these areas where you don't know where you're going is a good decision. We're going to do the same thing here. Bounce across. Bounce across. And we're going to use this little section here to get us to a shortcut. So this shortcut allows us to skip that entire upstairs area and allows us to get back up, no problem. Hold on. I'm not done up here yet. Thank you. Okay, his body should be in the corner there. We should be safe. Please give me this. Much appreciated. Okay, there is another geode rock up there. You'll have to wait for a second while I knock that guy off the ledge. Wait, no, that's just a mushroom. That looked like a geode rock to me. I'm losing my damn mind. Okay, so there's nothing here. I forgot if there's like some secrets here or there or not, but like they're around. And there's Hornet. Hornet, get back here! I almost caught her this time. I almost caught her. Now we can't do this yet. That bridge isn't deployed. Here ends the Pilgrim's Way. Hallownest's heart lays open before you. Proceed onward to share in its glory. Don't worry, we will, but we're going to have to do this elsewhere. In order to get there, we're going to have to find the ability to be able to actually climb. And since we have no olfactory organs, one can also assume that we don't have very many climbing organs on our smooth shade limbs. Yeah, you know, blast them. That's fine. It'll speed things up enough. Okay, get all this geo. And see what I mean by the geo? And it's just kind of piling in. We were at 100 and something by the early parts of this episode, and oh dear. I got hit. That's bad. Please let's not do that again. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna sit here, get a heal off. I'm actually going to take the time to attack this thing and kill it. Yeah, as it stands, by attacking and killing it, it's giving us a little bit of soul, which we can use. Now, over here, I believe, is another shortcut, but as well as a shortcut... Please. Sounds like I'm playing Timpani here. I'm not, I promise you. I'm just searching for angles of attack. Got him. No, other way. Thank you. That's trickier than it looks, okay? And these guys can get blasted. Perfect. Hey there, grub man. Be free, little friend. So, what we did there was literally just bounce around and eventually get through all that. It's worth taking your time there if you don't want to take a bunch of stupid-looking damage. There we go. And a bunch of Geo comes our way as well by the end of that. And you might recognize this area as the other side of the area we couldn't go to before. So here's another shortcut for all you folks at home that are like, you know, keeping track of where you want to go. Open that door up, and now we can get right back up to Queen Station if we wanted to. Perfect. We don't want to just yet, though, because we know where we last sat on a bench, and it was actually at Salubra. But don't worry, I'm pretty sure that, and in fact, I'm confident we can make it to the next bench without dying. So, I really hope. Excuse me, that was gross. I really hope so too, considering that. There we go. He blew himself up. That was handy. I really hope so too, considering that we do have Fragile Greed equipped. I'd like not to lose it right yet. You might be noticing some spears in the foreground with some masks or heads on them. That's purposeful. See, these are my mantis friends. They suck. And by they suck, I mean they hurt a lot because they're quite good at what they do, which is attack people and kill them. They come in two varieties, which they do a good job of kind of illustrating to you. Oh my god. There we go. They do a good job of illustrating to you how they work on their own first, which is a really good job by the designers, honestly. You parried my attack, I'm mad. Okay, got one. Got two, there we go. Takes a little second to get through them, because out of the bunch, they're probably the hardest to kill out of all the bugs you've met so far. No, 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 no! I don't care about that right now. She's like, yeah, I want lore, but like, give it to me in a second, okay? Wanderers seeking death. Welcome. May you find swift end upon our claws. So the mantises in this game are actually still intelligent. They have not been taken in by the sickness that all the other insects in Hallownest seem to have been afflicted by. Which is like, you know, good for them. Y'all ain't hollow. But at the same time, heck you. Ow. Get blasted. So there is definitely a benefit to blasting these folks. Largely in that, by blasting them, you don't have to hit them 2 more times. Which makes things a lot easier for me. They're also worth almost 20 Geo a pop. So, like, we're making loot here. Hey there, friend. And these guys, as far as I'm concerned, are like flying soul batteries that you just have to be a little bit careful about. They don't give a ton of Geo, but it's still worth doing your homework with them. Uh-oh. Come at me. There we go, gotcha. Okay, so there's a bench down here. We're gonna go ahead and get to that bench in just a moment while I deal with these mantids. There we go. And get some more Geo. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, we're gonna hit out this bench now. Perfect, thank you. And now, while we're here, I'm gonna go ahead and switch some things around. We're going to change things up so that way we have Fragile Greed equipped. Yeah, we're going to have... No, you know what? No. We're going to have Shaman Stone equipped, and then we'll have Thorns of Agony equipped. So right now what we have is a charm setup that has us doing more damage with our blasty spells. That's going to help us deal with things in terms of, like, adversaries. Hey there. So she's kind of stuck there. We'll save her by the end of the episode. Guaranteed. But for now, don't worry about it too much. We're going to just go down here and collect this. So this statue here is of a guy called the Dash Master. He was an eccentric bug who liked to dash around all over the place, and his charm allows you to dash more frequently, and you can also dash downwards, which is stellar if you are trying to just, you know, dash around and move quickly. There is one boss where it's actually, well, not necessary, it's very nice to have. And when we get to that boss, it's gonna be definitely later on, but it's gonna be a fun time. Okay, so bounce up here, jump up here. This should be where we're safe to start. Yeah, there we go. I was pretty sure we were safe there to go ahead and blast them. I was glad that we were. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. We're gonna have to wait for this mantis to come and find us down here. There he is. Thank you. Please come at me. So, hilariously, the young mantids are the flying ones. They're the babies. Get blasted. As they get older, they lose their wings. That's something I didn't know about mantises. Or at least, you know, I didn't know about fictional mantises. I'm not sure if that's real and truthful in real life as well. If it is, that's pretty cool. And I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. This game does a very good job of kind of illustrating how strange the bug and insect kingdom can be. You know, by human standards. Okay, hold on. Yeah, you get blasted. I'm sorry. Anytime I see a tall, you know, walking mantis like that, instantly they get blasted. That's how that one's gonna work. Now, there is a boss here. There's a very cool boss here, I might add. However, we're not gonna do it just yet. I don't know. For fun, we might. Oh, you know what? You need to get over here, my friend. Please. My friend. Because you're gonna be real annoying if I have to try to chase you up there. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Still making a decent amount of geo. We're almost back up to the point where I want to be. And although we might not be there by the time we get, you know, we might, let's try that again. Once we get to the point where we can buy the Lumify Lantern, it might not be by the end of this episode, but we will have the Lumify Lantern by the time we can manage to get it. So it's all good. Like, all I'm saying is everything's going according to my elaborate plan. So we've taken the Mantis Claw. Press A while sliding against the wall to jump again. Jump from wall to wall to reach new areas. In fact, you can jump against the same wall multiple times. This instantly opens up a bajillion more options in this game. And it makes me very happy, boy. So, now all those places where we couldn't jump to because we didn't have access to the ability to wall jump, we have access to. Isn't that cool? I thought it was cool. And you're about to think it's even cooler once I show you all the cool new shortcuts we have access to as a result. And also the fact that we can do cool jump puzzles like this one. Perfect. I mean, maybe not perfect, but certainly a serviceable attempt at perfect. Poof. This game thinks it can trick me with all of its jumping puzzles. So that's a big shake. If you're wondering what that was, that just opened up a big door in the middle of the bottom of this place. Where there used to be a floor, now there is none. We're not going to go down there yet. Down there is where a boss lies, and a particularly fun boss, I might add. But that's going to have to wait for just a little bit later on, I think. We only have another half hour, and I'd like to get through a couple more things first. We need a couple more abilities before I feel like we've got everything I want to be able to explore wherever I want to. Wanderer's Journal, thank you. So again, you can sell those for a decent amount of money. Later on, once you find the correct dude. And upon selling them, he sometimes gives you a little bit of lore, which is like really, really handy. Boof, boof. So if you're into the lore of this game, you might want to sell those. You might recognize where we are now. It's that place with all the, it's that place with the garbage balloons. Freaking garbage balloon. Oh, you got me. Again, I'm upset with myself, honestly, for taking that damage. Okay, pop 2 heals. We're good to go. So now what are we doing? Well, now that we have the ability to get that claw up and running, we are headed up in order to follow Hornet. You might remember earlier, we bumped into Hornet. She said hi. We also said hi. We were fine with that, but then she ran away! She ran away in a way that we could not follow. Well, now we can, because we have access to dash and we have access to the wall jump. Hello. And so as a result, this little impassable section is no longer impassable. However, my stupidity might still inhibit us a little bit. I've been called intelligent in the past by several people. It's not been me this day. And then we're just going to go ahead and hit the switch. So that gets us half of the way. And before we go all the way, I like to just quickly head up here, smack this thing up for a little extra soul, and then head down here. It's technically speaking a secret, so tell it to no one, but it's not much of a secret, honestly. Perfect. And then, finally, here we are. That's the whole bridge extended. A large knight statue. There's a socket on its chest. Insert the city crest. So remember the crest that we got off of that first boss? That's where you have to use it. And then it's all like, whoa. And then you walk too far, and it slams down. You're stuck, locked in here. So you realize, hey, wait a minute, I could just jump up here. Then you go over here and you're like, but there's a floor that I can't break. There is no way out. I'm now stuck. Oh no, this game has forced me into a situation. It's pretty cool. It's the first time that I ever experienced this really in a game where it just kind of locks you out of previous content. Oof. Ah, I didn't quite nail the distance there. So those bats explode on death and can be easily avoided, but I also developed a habit of just attacking them. And I got good at it too, actually. But apparently not yet. So we're going to bounce up here quickly. Maybe this is our way out? Of course not. There's a locked door preventing us from escaping that way. And is there anyone here? No. So this boy usually causes problems because he takes a couple of hits. But we're smart and have equipped a shaman stone, which allows us to just kind of like ignore him. We hit him once and then we blast him once and he's dead. Now, that's a toasted bug. We're going to continue on forward. And I'd like to welcome you all to probably one of the prettiest areas in the game. This is the City of Tears. The City of Tears is beautiful. It might also cause some frame rate issues because it's so pretty, but you get the idea. Get blasted. Heal up the one time, and now we're going to have a slightly harder time against those gents in the future, but that's okay. Quickly take a dip by here to see what this says. The great gates have been sealed. None shall enter, none shall leave. So the city was put into quarantine. Oh, and we can't go down there right now, because if we tried to go down there with that elevator there, we'd be super freaking dead. The tops of these elevators are spiked for whatever reason. Hey there, Quirrel buddy.
Nah, me no biz.
But yeah, they quarantined off the city, and it didn't work. As you can tell, the rest of the Hallownest is still very much hollowed and running around all mind-possessed and stuff. Here we go.
The capital lies before us, my friend. What a somber place it seems, and one that holds the answers to many a mystery. I, too, have felt the pull of this place, though now I sit before it, and I find myself hesitant to descend. Is it fear, I wonder? Or something else that holds me back? The city looks to be built into an enormous cavern, and the rain pours down from cracks in the stone above. There must be a lot of water up there somewhere. I suppose, if the cave roof stayed this strong this long, it should hold for us. Before I leave this kingdom, I'd like to see where all that water comes from. What a sight it must be.
Yeah, it's a sight, Quirrel.
Nah, me no biz.
If you look down from here, through the rain, you can just make out those twisted sentries, their husks still stuck in endless patrol. I'd be cautious around them, my short friend. Their training will not have been forgotten. This city presents some formidable foes.
It does. But you know what? None so formidable as myself. Okay, so we could go for long nail, soul catcher. We could do all kinds of combinations here. I'm not going to lie to you. We're putting on Fragile Greed, and we're going to go ahead and put on Soul Catcher. The reason why we're putting on Fragile Greed is because these guys are worth a decent amount of money. Now, this does mean that our blast doesn't do as much damage, but that won't be a big problem in a little bit. Is that a... No, that's not a secret. It looked like a secret for a second. Gotcha. Yep, gotcha still. You think that you're so big? You're done. Boom! Each one of those guys is now worth 16 Geo. It's quite a lot. Okay, let's sneak down through here. You got me. I'm actually upset. Okay, quickly heal up. Since we have full soul, we might as well. Boom. Tons of Geo in my pocket. 30, actually. Is a decent amount. Whoosh. Now, I could go up this way. I'm not going to yet. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. We're going to go to the left quickly first. There's a little nail here. that's pointing this way, I'm going to go ahead and take its advice. Hello, sentry. Oof. That was a little crazy close for a second. Oof. There we go. And you're still worth a good amount of geo. I'm so pleased by that. So this guy, he can't swim. Oh, yeah, he does eventually drown, but he just didn't want to jump in that one time. He didn't think that the water looked appetizing enough. It's not a hot enough day outside. Considering it's the beginning of fall, I can't blame him. I mean, at the time of this recording, anyhow. By the time you're listening to this, who knows what time it is. Maybe it's like, you know, the heat death of the world, and everybody's just like sweltering underground in a cave and has access to the internet, and the only YouTube videos that survived are mine somehow. And you're just like, hey, what's this weird-looking video looking like with all this weird bugs? And then, you know, they look like the overlords outside, but you get the idea. Have you brought me another nail to be honed? Leave it on the ground and return later if you're still breathing.
Ah, Ranjo's danger.
Oh, I thought you were someone else. After a nailsmith, are you? Well, you've found one. I'm not much for talk, but if it's a nail that needs repair, then you've come to the right bug. Your own nail is in quite a sorry state. It's obviously not one of mine. Still, anything can be refined with enough effort and skill. Even that broken blade. If you'd like, I can reforge your nail. It'll make the blade far more deadly. Yes, please. Hey, remember when we were at 120 twice this episode? As you wish. I'll get to work then. Bang my nail! Bang my nail! Why don't you bang my nail? I said a bang! Bang my nail! We did it. There we go. The reforging is complete. I've honed your nail's edge. You'll find it much stronger than it used to be. Head out there and test its strength against your foes. So, now we have a better nail. And if we look at our inventory, it's now not broken, sharpened. A traditional weapon of Hallownest. Restored to lethal form. Whereas before it was all cracked up and stuff. We have a couple of different items. How's our map looking? It's looking okay. We have a decent amount of journal entries. It's fine. Take a look at a lot of these over time. Like, I might just do, like, a journal episode if you want to have, like, a lore episode one day, but, it's not the most scintillating thing to watch somebody read things off of a book. Alright, so, we're still in a good spot. We are, like, a little price deficient now. Like, we use some money. But the good news is, we now one-shot the tiny mosquitoes, and everybody else takes at least one less hit to kill. So 4 hits instead of 5. Very cool stuff. And very helpful stuff, actually, when you come down to it. Means that we can deal with a lot of bad guys far more easily than we could before. Now, before we get moving all the way to the right... Actually, you know what? Let's do that first. Let's explore down here first, and then you'll see why we have to do the trick with the elevator that I'm about to show you guys. He was easy to deal with. And he gave me a decent amount of geo, because of course he did. Hello. He drowned. Unfortunately, that means we don't have any geo for our effort, which makes me a sad boy. And you're dead. Thank you for dying. I appreciate it. Welcome to the Hollow Knight Express, where we send you to the afterlife with all due speed. So, if we hit this, it brings us an elevator. Oh boy, an elevator! Where to? First off, to Geotown. I love Geotown. It's my favorite town. Yeah, unfortunately, it was destroyed in a natural disaster that is the Hollow Knight in 2018. And in the year 2056, that might sound like it's a really old time. Anywho, there's a door up there that we can't seem to break through. Mechanism with a simple keyhole. Unfortunately, I don't have a simple key, so I can't get through there yet. Whoops. Oh well. And then this. Again we meet, little ghost. I'm normally quite perceptive. You I underestimated, though I've since guessed the truth. You've seen beyond this kingdom's bounds. Yours is a resilience born of 2 voids. It's no surprise, then, you've managed to reach the heart of this world. In so doing, you shall know the sacrifice that keeps it standing. If, knowing that truth, you'd still attempt a role in Hallownest's perpetuation, seek the graven ash, and the market would grant to one like you. The graven ash, you say, hmm? Memorial to the Hollow Knight, in the black vault far above. Through its sacrifice, Hallownest lasts eternal. And the Black Egg Temple has been added to the map. So now if we look at the map screen, you notice there's a big scary symbol right above the Black Egg Temple. That big scary symbol, simply put... I mean, hold on, we gotta get rid of this. Apparently we put a marker there we didn't need to. This place here, now we know where, like, the Hollow Knight is. And it's not us. Suddenly, revelations. It's scary, it's weird, what the hell? Anywho. I said that we promised that we'd save BRETTA by the end of this episode, and I did mean it. The bug that was kind of cowering next to the Godmaster charm. So, we still have a little bit of work to do to get out of here, so we can do that in the next 10 to 19 minutes. And I believe that is 100% possible to do. Boof. It does mean that we'll be bossless this episode, is my feeling, but that's okay. I'd rather start off next episode with a bang, and with a decent chat about what's going on, because, oh dear. Boof. You're not dead yet? Excuse me? Thank you. Jeez Louise, you took way too long. He tried to dash backwards. You know what? This ain't Absolver. You can't dash backwards and have it just do nothing at all. My attacks, I mean. My attacks will hit their mark. Oh, and if you think that this platforming is hard, you'd be sorely mistaken. I collected it. Now you got me, no doubt. Blasted. But you misrepresent what you think I am. You think that I am just a small creature, incapable of killing you, for you are a flying insect with the advantage of height, agility, dexterity, and reach. Unfortunately, you are wrong, because I am intelligent and you are stupid. And I am big. Well, okay, you are big, and I am small, but you get the idea. Ooh, that was a little scary. I'm surprised he didn't hit me there, honestly. Now that guy's a big boy, very large boy. You want to be careful around that big boy, but it's not a big problem. Okay, gonna go ahead and whack that open, and this is our friend who buys stuff from us. Aye, aye. Come searching for rare items, have you? Well, hands off. This collection is mine, and I won't be selling to grubby little wanderers. Still, I imagine you come across many interesting items in your travels. Maybe you'd care to part with some. I'll offer a fair trade for each. No touching the antiques! My stock is not for sale. Still, if you've managed to come upon any interesting trinkets during your travels, I may be willing to trade. Step over to the counter here, and I'll see what you've got. Well, I don't want to sell you anything yet, because if I die, that Geo goes with it. You usually only come to that guy to crunch souls, except for it's not crunching souls, it's crunching trinkets. But you only go there to crunch trinkets when you need to, is the idea. Blast him. He's not dead yet, because I'm a fool moron. Woo, you almost got me. That was scary. And then he died. Okay, bouncing up here. Hello, friend. Ah, you got me. No problems there. That's fair. That's fine. I understand. I'll take that one on the chin. Rava! He's got a spear which he can throw, which is like really aggravating. But hey, you know what? I've got a sword that I can use to slash you with, and that makes me really cool. Okay, and you very dead. So, there are like cute sounds. Don't be fooled. Those cute sounds are bats. Bomb bats, I might add. And those are jerks. Okay, dealt with. And dealt with. Those guys only take 2 hits now that we have that nail upgrade, which is really handy. That's one of the bats! I made a mistake. Blasted. So that opened that door, which allows us to go through here. And drop down here, which allows us to hit this thing. Which allows us to open both of these doors. Which allows me to call up the elevator. Which now allows my ability to Okay, what am I trying to say here? If we use that elevator now, we are able to, like, get places. We're able to go up and down that shaft without having to climb through all the bad guys now, is my point. This door here, we can only open from the other side. That's fine. We can open that another time. We do not need to do that right now by any stretch of the imagination. Up we go. Hello? There's definitely something here. In fact, there's so 100% something here that I'm definitely going to go ahead and get it. Hey, Grub Man. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the family. Alright, we're not going to go to the right, despite the fact that going to the right is a place that we want to go, especially eventually. We're going to go to the left. And to the left is combat. And cool music. It's like a battle-themed version of the, oof. Heal up while you got the chance, maybe. Never mind, it's wide open. We're good. There's the City of Tears music still playing in the background with all that music. That was a little bit strange. It sort of fit, but sort of didn't. Okay, inspect. Control machine with the symbol of a bench. Insert Geo? Yes, please. Because everything in this society required Geo to get around. It's a good thing that I can just kill people for it now instead of having to earn it by working in the mines or something ridiculous. Isn't this a change from those twisting natural caverns? The rain does cast something of a sadness upon it all, but the architecture is simply splendid. Charting such a different space is quite the challenge, the one I've eagerly undertaken. Perhaps you'd care to purchase a copy of my achievements so far? Yeah, thank you. For 90 Geo, 100%. We've both come far to reach this grand place. While I'm about these buildings, I must remember to collect a trinket or two for a Zelda. Yeah, it's an easy way to do things. Like, you don't even have to pay for like souvenirs or anything. You just pick them off the corpses of the dead that you've created, you monster. All right, so we got a bit of a hallway here. Oh, it's you. Oi! Watch where you're going, you soggy vagabond. I don't want you splashing me. I've had a miserable time trying to keep dry. I am Zote the Mighty, a knight of great renown. If I decide that I'm going to stay dry, then that's what's going to happen. Curse this wretched city. Water and monsters constantly fall from above. It's no wonder this blasted kingdom fell to ruin. Have you seen them? The guards who still patrol this city, even after dying? Being overly devoted to one's duties is no virtue. You know, sometimes Zote says things that are really dumb. And other times, he says things that are really smart. That last part, pretty smart. Being overly devoted to one's duty is no virtue. That's a good point. You know what, you guys out there? You folks that are watching? Being overly devoted to your duty is no virtue. Stay on top of it. Perfect. Go and have a break. You know? Have a moment for you. Make sure you see your family once in a while if you're on good terms with them. Or just have a day for yourself. Okay, so this here is a tree that we're going to have to deal with at another time, but right now we can't do anything with, so we're going to avoid it. Just blast them. Who needs that in their lives? Okay, we can't go up there. There's nothing else up here. So this is just an empty room. I forgot about that. My bad. That's up here. Oh, it's you. Okay, we have the ability to blast you, which I'm going to do, because blasting you is going to make things maybe a little easier. If we can just get one more hit on you, you're dead. Perfect. Then over here... Raw! Ah, you got me. That was rude as hell. You got me twice. I'm actually upset with myself. Heal up twice while we can. And this should give me some more Geo. No, it's a simple key. Never mind. For a second there, I thought it was like a Wanderer's Journal or something. But now that we have a simple key, free of charge, that's one of 3 in the game. We can use that to get into one of 3 different places. And, there are 2 places in particular that we need to use this simple key bright and early. We'll get there eventually, though. Not right now. Later. Okay, so that's 2 hits for that guy, 2 hits for that guy. They're both... Oh, there's still one in here. What the hell? Now, there should be a trinket here. Thank you. Wanderer's Journal. It's not spectacular, but it's better than nothing by a long stretch. We still have another 10 minutes. Perfect. I can do the BRETTA stuff in 10 minutes. That's not an issue. What was this way again, though? Right, it's the elevator back up to... Yeah, we're definitely unlocking this shortcut. It is 100% worth it. We will use this in a future episode, definitely. But for right now, the fact that it's unlocked is the important part. That brings us back up to the Forgotten Crossroads. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Gotcha! Right when you thought that it was so easy. You were so wrong! So by breaking that chain, we've now given ourselves a shortcut back up to here. And that's important because we have finally escaped the City of Tears. Quickly sit down on the bench. I'll show you guys what the map looks like as soon as we get, as soon as we save BRETTA. But first, we have to save BRETTA. This episode might be a bit longer, but I promised we'd save that bug, and that's what we're gonna do. Hello there, Stag Beetle. How's it going?
You've opened several stag stations now, haven't you? I'm thankful for the opportunity once more to travel through the kingdom. As I visit more places, I feel my memories returning to me. Like the stagways of my mind are running once more. Continue to open the stations, and you'll have my deepest gratitude.
Alright, so, what else do you have to say?
I remember the station well. A common trip it was. Goods from all over the kingdom were transported here. Not a lot was sent back the other way, though.
Yeah, I wonder why. Alright, so we're gonna go to the Queen's Station. I think that's the fastest way. Yes, it's most certainly the fastest way. But you see, there's a little bit of lore there. The Queen's Station took in a lot of loot, but didn't send a lot out. I wonder if that has something to do with, you know, the aristocracy. People hoarding loot when they had no business hoarding loot, if you know what I'm saying. Alright, quickly bouncing over here. Because we have a quick little secret we can accomplish. It shouldn't be too hard, but I know me, and I screw things up routinely, like that. Yep, thought so, okay. Wow, that was dumb. Okay, let's try that one more time. I don't know why I didn't just... Okay, one more time. No! I had that. Okay, one more time. Then we'll sit on the bench to heal up again. See? No problem. What are you talking about that looked hard? It wasn't hard at all. Piece of cake. I've been through the Path of Pain. You don't even know what the Path of Pain is yet. If you haven't seen my, my Grim Troop content, then yeah, I can imagine you haven't seen it yet. But don't worry. You will see it. Eventually. I have a feeling that we'll do the Path of Pain. Never again, actually. I hate that place. The Path of Pain was really great to do once. Would not want to do again. Like, there's a lot of people that want to see the Path of Pain. You guys can let me know in the comment section, but I'm not even going to worry about it too much. Now, at this point, we're not doing too much to collect Geo or whatever. We're just kind of speeding our way through here as fast as we can manage to make it without it being awkward for us. We've now killed enough of those mushroom bros that we got their journal entry. Very cool. BRETTA's over this way. So we're going to go ahead this way. Remember that shortcut that we opened up? We're actually using it. Check it out. Boom. P. O. C. That means two things. The first thing it means is people of color, which is like, you know, an important acronym to know. The second thing it means is piece of cake. You know what? POFC. Which is known as a piece of freaking cake. But since I don't want YouTube to get mad at me, I'm not going to go ahead and say what the word is. You know, it's actually used in parlance. Why am I taking this time to kill all these balloons when I want to go ahead and, you know, save BRETTA right about now? Because I am a man that likes to be thorough on occasion, okay? It turns out that I'm a bit of a perfectionist, despite what initial reports might seem. Just dash through here. Whoa, hello. So these guys only take 3 hits. These guys should take 2 now. And yes, you can attack through the floor. Because your nail has phasing properties. I don't know, man. Boom, boom, done. And then the Geo flies towards me like some sort of ethereal ethereal being. Okay, so we're already almost there, actually. Done. Oh, that was bad. What? Thank you. Okay, so we have a bench right up ahead. Right here. And we're going to be able to save BRETTA in the next minute or so. No problem. Watch this nonsense. You ready? Here we go. Mission impossible. Save the bug. First mission. How do I get there? Trick question. There's a wall here. Then use the wall climb that you just got. To get over here. Wall climb your way up to here. Murder that thing, and then immediately go off the other side to let the bomb explode on nothing helpful at all. There we go. Perfect. Then keep climbing up. Alright, I'm in. Done. Oh, please, don't leave me behind. You forgot about me? I knew you would. Everyone always forgets about me. Who are you? Your face. You're so... I'm sorry. I got lost. I don't know how I ended up here. You came here to rescue me, BRETTA? The girl that everyone just ignores? Sorry, when I look at your face, I can hardly... I just can't believe you came all the way down here to rescue me. I didn't think anybody... Sorry. I mean, thank you. I mean, I'd better go. Back to town, I mean. I'd better get home. Thank you. So that's BRETTA. She's a cutie pie. We're gonna go ahead and now end the episode on this bench. So, an eventful episode. We got a lot of stuff done. However, we're not done with all the stuff that we've got done. There are a couple things we're gonna need to do. First off, we need to explore this area in the next episode. Second, there's this area to the south of the Mantis Village that I'd like to explore. Third, we need to make another trip back up to Dirtmouth in order to actually get some supplies. And fourth, even if we do all of that, I mean, there's a chance we're gonna head either here or here next episode. You might be asking, what? Well, we'll see if we have time. Those two are optional. But the other three are non-negotiable. Mantis Village, the area to the right that we skipped out on in the City of Tears, and then going back to town for some supplies. But for now, thank you all for watching. I hope you folks enjoyed yourselves. If you did, be sure to let me know. Hit the like button down below. If you want to see some more, subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications when these videos go live. But that's it for me. I'll see you folks next time. Peace.